The world woke up to its worst fears. November 3rd, 2025. The sky over Taipei erupts in fire as air raid sirens wail. Families scramble for shelter as explosions shake the city. This is no drill. China's long-threatened invasion of Taiwan has begun. The world watches, live, as history changes in real time. On Taipei's streets, chaos and determination mix. Young soldiers man anti-aircraft guns, scanning the sky for missiles. In homes, people huddle around screens watching their cities under attack. The initial assault is swift and overwhelming, shock and awe designed to break Taiwan's will before the world can react. Missiles target military bases, airports, and government buildings. Simultaneously, a crippling cyber attack aims to paralyze Taiwan's communications and power grid. As dawn breaks, a massive Chinese fleet crosses the Taiwan Strait, escorted by fighter jets. This is the invasion force the world feared. The question is no longer if China would invade, but whether Taiwan can survive, and what the world will do. The first shots have been fired in a conflict that could reshape the global order. The world holds its breath as a new era of uncertainty begins. The fate of Taiwan, and perhaps the world, hangs in the balance. The invasion has begun. To understand this crisis, you must understand Taiwan. More than a small island, Taiwan is a vibrant democracy of 24 million people with its own government, military, and identity. Its freedom is a direct challenge to the Chinese Communist Party just 80 miles away. For Beijing, Taiwan's existence is a threat that cannot be tolerated. After the Chinese Civil War, the nationalists fled to Taiwan and built a new society, one that transformed into one of Asia's most progressive democracies. Beijing has never given up its claim, insisting Taiwan is a renegade province. Taiwan's strategic location makes it vital. Controlling it would give China open access to the Pacific and threaten U.S. allies like Japan. The island is a gatekeeper to the Indo-Pacific and global trade. For the people of Taiwan, this is a fight for their home, freedom, and identity. Generations have grown up in a free society and see themselves as Taiwanese, not Chinese. The invasion is not just military, it's an assault on their right to determine their own future. The stakes could not be higher. Taiwan's fate will shape the future of the region. The world is watching. Why now? China's growing power and confidence are key. Xi Jinping has made reunification with Taiwan central to his legacy, calling it China's destiny. China's military buildup is unprecedented, and recent global events have emboldened Beijing. Watching the West's response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, China may see a window of opportunity. Beijing doubts the US and its allies have the will to intervene in another major conflict. Time is not on China's side. Taiwan's separate identity grows stronger each year. If peaceful reunification fails, force becomes the only option. The PLA believes it's ready, after years of modernization and drills simulating invasion. China's leaders are confident they can overwhelm Taiwan before the world can react. This confidence makes the crisis even more dangerous. The battle for Taiwan is David versus Goliath, 21st century style. China's military dwarfs Taiwan's, with thousands of jets, the world's largest navy, and a vast missile arsenal. Its strategy, speed, and shock, aiming to collapse Taiwan's defenses in days. Taiwan's plan is survival, not outright victory. A porcupine defense to make invasion costly. Asymmetric tactics, mobile missile launchers, fast attack boats, and guerrilla warfare in cities. The invasion begins with missile strikes on airfields and bases, followed by cyber attacks and special forces raids. Amphibious assaults land thousands of Chinese troops, but Taiwan fights back fiercely. Hidden missiles target the Chinese fleet. Pilots launch from underground hangars. Beaches become killing fields as Taiwanese forces resist. The resistance is far stronger than Beijing expected. The battle turns into a brutal, grinding war. Every inch is contested. This is not a quick victory. It's the start of a long, devastating conflict. The invasion sends shockwaves worldwide. In Washington, the U.S. 7th Fleet sails toward the Taiwan Strait. Aircraft carriers and submarines go on high alert. America faces a monumental choice: intervene and risk war with nuclear-armed China, or stand by as a democracy falls. Strategic ambiguity is over. Clarity is here. Japan and Australia mobilize, fearing a Chinese-controlled Taiwan would upend their security. Both coordinate closely with the US. In Europe, NATO debates its response. Sovereignty is at stake, but the attack is far from home. The UN is paralyzed. China blocks any action. Diplomats make speeches, but missiles keep falling. Protests erupt worldwide. Markets crash. Oil prices soar. The world watches the first great power war of the century unfold. Every military move is scrutinized, every leader's word analyzed. A single miscalculation could trigger catastrophe. The world holds its breath, hoping for diplomacy. The stakes are global. The crisis is just beginning. The economic fallout is immediate and catastrophic. The Taiwan Strait, a vital shipping lane, is now a war zone. Global supply chains are severed. Delays and costs skyrocket as ships reroute, disrupting commerce worldwide. The tech sector is hit hardest. Taiwan produces over 90% of the world's advanced semiconductors. With production halted, a chip shock far worse than COVID-19 supply crisis hits. Factories worldwide shut down. Cars, electronics, and medical equipment production grinds to a halt. The global economy plunges into recession. The US and allies impose severe sanctions on China. China retaliates by restricting exports of critical raw materials. The world economy splits into rival blocs. Globalization unravels. Economic warfare intensifies, bringing hardship and instability. A new era of deglobalization has begun. The consequences will last for years. The world stands at a crossroads, the future dangerously unclear. Three outcomes loom: a swift Chinese victory, a long and bloody war, or a fragile negotiated peace. A quick victory would mark the rise of an expansionist China and the decline of US influence. A drawn-out conflict risks global economic collapse and possible nuclear escalation. A negotiated peace would leave core issues unresolved, locking the world in a new Cold War. The decisions made now by leaders in Washington, Beijing, and Taipei will shape the century. This is not just Taiwan's crisis. It's a test for the world. Will powerful nations be allowed to erase smaller ones? The future is unwritten. The actions we take, or fail to take, will define the era. The world is watching and waiting. The stakes are nothing less than the future of the global order. The next chapter begins now.